Yo FitFam, what is going on? Tonight we are making some dinner together. So this is one of my newest favorite recipes. It is so easy, it's only a handful of ingredients and it is freaking delicious, like mind-blowingly good. Alright, and it's also super healthy and super lean. Pesto Tahini Fish. Now, I know that that probably sounds really weird. I also would have thought that that was really strange before I made it, but I was experimenting one day and I just decided to combine those things and it turned out amazing. I really love fish because it is so lean and it is really high in protein. So it's an awesome way to get those numbers up and have a really healthy meal. So as always, this meal is going to follow the meal planner template guidelines. So we have our lean protein. So I got about 3 big fillets, which equals about 500 grams. Then, of course, we also want to have it with a starchy carb on the side. In my case, it can even be pasta. So I have here some chia seed pasta. Then, of course, the last component is also that you want a vegetable with your meal. It can be absolutely anything. And we have some eggplant. So I'm going to go ahead, season this up, show you how I do it, and roast it in the oven. It's actually super, super delicious. And then the ultimate component is the sauce itself, which is going to be the fats of the meal. So there's not really any fat in anything else, but of course in pesto and in tahini, that's pretty high in fat. However, as long as you moderate the amount that you're having, it's totally gonna fit your calories and your macronutrients, so you can still have something that's super delicious, but make it work for you so that you're getting those lean gains. All right, FitFam, follow along with me and let's get it going. The very first thing we're gonna do is actually create the sauce, and then we're gonna let the fish marinate in that sauce for a little bit. All right, so I'm making 3 servings of fish here because I got 3 fillets. So it's going to be 1 tablespoon of pesto and 1 tablespoon of tahini per serving. So again, tablespoon is 15 grams when we weigh it on the actual scale. And then I have 2 limes. I just cut them in half. So whenever I make anything with tahini, you want to kind of thin out the sauce because it's really thick just in and of itself. I always add at least a 1-to-1 ratio of tahini to water. So I'm going to go ahead, add in 3 tablespoons of water. Now I'm just going to whisk it together. All right, there you are. That's the final sauce. So now we're just gonna add the fish in. Right, now I'm just gonna put the lid on that Tupperware and give it a little bit of a shake. Flip it around and stuff so that the marinade will get evenly distributed. All right, so now I'm just gonna pop it in the fridge, let it marinate while I prep the eggplant. All right, so we're just gonna chop up the eggplant into some bite-sized pieces, season it, and pop them in the oven. So there is the chopped up eggplant. I kind of just tried to cut it into bite-sized pieces. So when it comes to roasting veggies, again, no right or wrong answer here. I usually just take a little bit of olive oil and then pretty much all the spices that I have and kind of just mix it together and let it roast for like 30-45 minutes. So right here I got some Italian herbs, my fancy salt. I got some pepper, garlic salt, and paprika. All right, so I'm just gonna measure out a tablespoon of olive oil, so 15 grams. And now we're just gonna go crazy with the spices. I'm just gonna mix it around and put it in the oven. All right, so the eggplant is cooking. Now we're gonna get the fish out of the fridge and cook it on the pan. All right, FitFam, starting to look pretty cooked, so we're about to wrap it all up and plate the final product. You got the eggplant. Got my chia seed pasta. Here we are, the 3 different servings, all ready to go. We got our lean protein, starchy carb, vegetable, and of course the healthy fat mixed in with the sauce. All right, FitFam, you saw how simple that was, and this is so freaking tasty. Definitely let me know if you give it a go. I bet you're gonna love it just as much as I do. Make sure to download the ingredients so that you can follow along and make it with me. I'll see you next time.